Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Shining Pearl. Last episode, we tried to foil the plans of Team Galactic, however, they had already made their goal. So we released the legendary Pokemon, and now we have to race them to the top of Mount Cornet. So I'm leaving and coming in through the Orbor entrance side, and if we come over to this side of the water, we can surf, and we can eventually make our way up. So we can surf here, and now we come over here and we grab this item, we get a protein, and then I recommend for this part we switch to the D-pad so it's easier to walk without falling off this ledge. Never mind. Okay, let's see if I can do it this time. We go down one. Why am I always like jumping off that ledge? Just a second, I'm gonna go up the wall by myself real quick. Before I do that, I'm gonna grab this item, and it's a Dawnstone. So if you have a Pokemon that evolves with a Dawnstone, there you go, that's where you can find one. Okay, I finally made it through here. I had to use the control stick to just very slightly nudge myself up. So that was a little annoying. But anyways, we can rock climb up this wall now and reach a new area we hadn't been able to reach before of Mount Cornet. I might as well mention now, real quick, between this episode and last episode, I had a friend help me get my Electabuzz to evolve into an Electivire. Unfortunately, through that process, it evolved on their screen, so I don't have any footage of that. However, I also went ahead and went farming for a Moonstone for our, let's see, where's our Moonstone at? Ah, that's right. I forgot that it was still on my Absol there. In order to get this, stone, I had to go into Mount Cornet, find a Clefairy, and use Thief on it to get it, because otherwise the only way to get that is through the underground, and it's a very hard process to find one in the underground sometimes. It can be quite random, and so doing that was what I wanted to use, and now we can evolve our Clefairy into a Clefable, and our team is finally 100% minus Gabite, completely evolved, with 4 of our members requiring items to evolve, which makes it a little bit difficult, but that just makes it more interesting to use them in a playthrough for me, I think. Congratulations, your Clefairy evolved into a Clefable. Nice. So now our Clefable is going to be very tanky and bulky for us. Anyways, we can find an Ether on this rock here, and we can pick up this item over here, and it is a Max Potion. And now we have to go through the maze that is Mount Cornet. A new Pokemon you can find in this cave is a Bronzong. So if you had a Bronzor that didn't evolve, or you didn't catch a Bronzor, I recommend you catch a Bronzong, because they're pretty powerful Pokemon. Down at the bottom of this section of the cave, we can find an escape rope, which will be helpful later on. We can also pick up this item right here, TM80 Rock Slide. Here we were able to find a Revive. And I know that I saw the exit just a little bit ago, but I want to find all the items in here before I move on. Since, okay, I guess we'll go check it out now since we finished this section of the cave. So here is the exit that I just found. Let's see what it looks like on the outside. Ah, okay. So this is the item that we saw the last time that we could only get with Rock Climb. So let's go ahead and go grab that real quick. And inside of it was a bottle of iron. This increases the stats of your Pokemon. Well, the hidden values of your Pokemon and makes them stronger. Anyways, let's continue deeper into this cave. Okay, we are now a little bit deeper inside of Mount Cornet. And, okay, what's up this way? Okay, up there are Team Galactic Grunts, so I'm going to come this way and find as many items as I can. And we found a Max Revive. That'll be helpful if one of our Pokemon faints. Okay, now let's go up and deal with Team Galactic. Okay, here we go. Here's our first Team Galactic Grunt that we are going to fight. I'm going to be using these Grunts to slowly train up our Gabite, so hopefully he'll be a Garchomp by the time we reach the summit. This section of the cave had 2 Team Galactic Grunts in it. After reaching our way outside, we find out that we are now in a snow-infested route. You could either have taken the non-grassy route or the grassy route, but let's explore and see what other items we can find. There's a HM, or we need to use Strength to get past this. Whoops, I said no on accident. Yes, let's move past this barrel, or this rock with the barrel's help. Okay, Strength made it possible to move boulders around. Okay, there we go. Managed to make it through. Let's break this rock. If you ever see like a rock behind a breakable rock, usually there's an item on it. So like, for instance here, we found a Max Potion. Currently, there's about 3 or 2 main entrances we can go through. We found a nugget here on this rock here. I'm gonna go through this first one and see if it leads anywhere, and if it does lead to somewhere prominent, we will go through the other entrance. But I like to check to see where items might lead. So here we need waterfall. Anyways, as I was saying before, we got rudely interrupted by a Pokemon encounter. In order to go up this way, we need the HM for waterfall, which we do not have yet. We get that in Sunny Shore City, which we haven't reached. And we can find an Ultra Ball on this boulder, so that means we can only go to the other side for now. After entering the second portion of the cave, we can use Rock Climb to make our way up a little further and deeper into the cave. There's another Team Galactic Grunt. Let's go ahead and fight him. If you talk to this rock, you can get an escape rope. And as we head further up Mount Cornet, we once again head outside. There's lots of rocks we can smash here, but this is the main path we're going on to. There is a path here. I'm going to check this out real quick later, but there's also some rock areas we can go to, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's climb up this area with our barrel, and it looks like that yes, there's a brand new area here as well. If you talk to this rock, you get a tiny mushroom, and there's another cave right over here. We'll check that out in a little bit. Does this rock have an item? No, it does not. Okay, let's continue checking out everything. I bet that rock down there has an item. Let's go check that out real quick. Okay, and it had a big mushroom. Here's my question. How are we finding mushrooms in the top of a snow-covered mountain? Like, don't most mushrooms require, like, darkness and, like, warm temperatures in order to, like, be made? Like, how is that possible? Anyways, let's go ahead and push away this boulder so we can go back to the other entrance and check it out. But first, I think this rock here has a rare candy, so some hiker up here lost his rare candy. It's too bad. But anyways, let's head inside this cave and see what is in here. And it looks like it's a new area, and there's a Team Galactic Grunt, so this must be the way we're supposed to go. I'm going to quickly head back to the other cave and check that one out, since there might be some cool items or something that I haven't found there yet. Here we are in that second cave. We found some stairs that we had to go up, and there's also a Team Galactic Grunt here. So I'm not quite sure which is the correct entrance to the top. So I'll take this one on my way up, and I'll take the other one on my way down, I guess. There were 2 grunts in this cave, and it continues going, so I'm going to see what happens, and there's another grunt. So I'm guessing this is the main entrance, but I've come too far now to stop, so I'm just going to keep pushing on this way. Anyways, after defeating that one grunt, we've reached the end of this cave, and when we come out, we end up at the top of Spear Pillar. Okay, well, let's continue on. Something huge is going to happen, I think. Maybe? Right? Don't meddle around. Of course you're going to, aren't you? That's why the 2 of us will team up and take you down to the ground. So we've got a double battle here. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one, and we'll get to the main story in a second. After that battle, one of the grunts says, well, that was just pathetic. We're gonna let you pass so you can get pulverized by our bosses. Now, it looks like we've got to deal with Mars and Jupiter, and then Cyrus at the end. Now all will end, and everything will begin. With this red chain, I will pry open the portal to another dimension. I command that you unleash your power for me. Palkia, the mythical Pokemon and the master of space and dimensions. And he turns around, and we have the cutscene is continuing. We see a black dot, a weird sphere with lightning arcing out of it. Kind of looks like an eye right now. And Palkia steps out with a red chain surrounding him. And some weird energy is coming out from him. And it's covering the sky. Cyrus says, "This will bring about the destruction of all things. With everything gone, there will be no fighting and no strife. Feel the dimension distorting. Only I can stop it." I mean, I don't know. You gave me a Master Ball. So it's interesting to see the sky like this. I remember when I was young and seeing this, it was really awesome. This is the mythical Pokemon that created Sinnoh. Palkia, the ancient deity of space and the dimensions. And the chain is getting tighter around him. Gagiaga. This world cannot be molded into the ultimate world I seek. It is far easier to create an entirely new world than to change this one. A new world in which I am the ruler of all things. I shall become a deity. So he's just trying to, like, make himself a god, huh? Well, we gotta stop him for that. Mars says, there's no need to rush. I can understand you want to battle our boss real bad, but you'll have to get through me first. After all, you've made me look bad more times than I care to remember. It's 3 times, Mars. And I'll be next. You might be tough, but this time the gloves are coming off. And Barry comes rushing in to save the day. He says, hold on 1 second. Don't you start the party without me. Well, if it isn't that little boy who ran off crying at Lake Acuity. Did you get any tougher since then? We'll beat you. 2-on-2. And with that, we start our battle with Barry helping us out. We're fighting Mars and Jupiter. I'm going to go ahead and leave this battle in, I think. Starting off with 2 Bronzors. He has a Munchlax now? Okay. Okay. Goodbye seems to be a little worried about battling well. I understand, Goodbye, you don't have any more Earthquakes, but you've got Bite, and that's all you need to win. Okay, maybe a little bit more than Bite would be nice. And they just used Reflect. That's not good. And there goes an extra sensory. Who's that on? On Gabite. Didn't do too much damage. Munchlax also used Bite on the same Pokemon as me. Unfortunately, none of my Pokemon know... we'll use a special attack. Garchomp, our Gabite has a pretty poor special attack. But maybe we'll be lucky and get a Paralysis. Nope. Confuse Ray on Munchlax. Okay. Thankfully it wasn't on us. I would have switched out if that was the case. Okay. Okay, they both confused a Munchlax. Okay, Munchlax is confused. Munchlax used Bite. Okay, spreading the damage around. We've got maybe, hopefully, only a couple more turns of Reflect, so we should not kill one of them yet. I don't want Ugly or Skuntank to come out with a Reflect up. Now, Gabite is confused, so we're probably going to want to switch here. Who do I want to send in for switching? Maybe Murkrow? Or not Murkrow, Honchkrow? He's a little weak, though. We'll do it anyways. I know he's poisoned, but maybe he'll get over the poison for loving me or something. Plus, we can get an Amulet Coin proc and get some money off of this. So, Gyro Ball. That's not going to do too much damage. Okay, and extra sensory on Munchlax because it doesn't affect our Honchkrow. Okay, Munchlax is confused. He hurt himself in his confusion. That's too bad. Okay, Honchkrow takes some poison damage. We've got 40 HP left. Let's go ahead and use Foul Play on this Bronzor. Unfortunately, it's not going to do too much damage since Bronzor has a weak physical attack, but that's okay. Barry's Munchlax is pretty tanky. There's Payback at also at Munchlax, okay. Munchlax, can you land a Bite? Nope, you got hurt yourself in your confusion. And Honchkrow got rid of the poison, that's nice. Reflect wore off. Okay, Honchkrow, you're gonna go ahead and Foul Play this Bronzor. Okay, that Bronzor fainted, now we just gotta deal with the other one. Our Honchkrow should learn a better Dark-type move the next time it levels up, so it's quite a bit of ways, but hopefully it'll level up soon. We go down to 21 HP. Munchlax stepped out of confusion, he used Bite. And Bronzor fainted, nice. Okay. And there's the Skuntank. Unfortunately, since our Gabite doesn't have a Earth-type ground-type move anymore, we can't actually easily kill it. We are actually going to use Protect. I want to see what happens this turn real quick. Okay, so we protected ourselves. Probably used Body Slam on Munchlax. Okay, Munchlax fainted, so we won't know if the Skuntank was targeting us with anything then. Flamethrower. Okay, that's a little dangerous. Staraptor comes out. Okay. I think we are going to switch to our Empoleon, because I'm a little worried about being poisoned. So let's switch our Pokemon to our Empoleon real quick. Is this these guys' last two Pokemon, or do they each have one more after this? I can never remember. Body Slam, not very effective since we're a Steel type. And we got paralyzed, because of course we did. Okay, we're unable to move. Staraptor used Close Combat. Perugly is almost dead. Nice job. But I'm pretty sure it has a berry, because we plucked off a berry the last time we fought this thing. Yep. Okay, is it a citrus berry this time? Yes. Okay. Skuntank used Poison Gas, and that is why we threw out our Empoleon, so that we would avoid the poison. Okay. Staraptor's hurt by poison, and they each have one more Pokemon after this. Let's go ahead and use Scald on the Skuntank. Staraptor's Quick Claw activates, and he goes for a close combat on the Perugly, knocking it out. Nice. Let's see if we can get a burn off on this Skuntank so it'll slowly die over time. I think the final two Pokemon each of these guys has is a Crobat, is a Golbat. But we'll see in a little bit. Flamethrower on Empoleon does neutral damage. We use Scald. Skuntank's almost dead. Citrus Berry pops. Okay, he's about half HP, so we can knock him out on our next turn. Okay, Staraptor is hurt by poison. Golbat comes out, just like I said it would. Nice. We are going to go ahead and use Scald again on the Skuntank. Staraptor's Quick Claw activates again. He used Pluck on the Golbat, not a bad move. Golbat used Bite. He's trying to flinch us. Skuntank used Belch on the Staraptor, knocking it out instantly. That's a little unfortunate. Goodbye, Staraptor. We use Scald on the Skuntank, and it faints. Nice. And now we just have to knock out these two Golbats. Here goes our Ice Beam onto this Golbat, and we knock it out. And here goes our second Ice Beam to end this second Golbat. And just like that, we defeated Commander Mars and Commander Jupiter. We got some money for winning. My Pokemon are tough, right? I can get even tougher. But you know, that's it for us. We've hit the wall. Unraveled, I'll help you with this. Barry heals our Pokemon, and I think it's interesting that he says that they can get tougher, because most of his Pokemon aren't evolved right now. Hey, Unraveled, this is it. It's your show now. And he just kind of heads out. Cyrus turns around to look at Palkia. Oh, Palkia! This is... he's starting to create a new galaxy, it would seem. There are stars gathering around Palkia. Fantastic! Beautiful. It's the creation of a whole new galaxy. My new world. What? And with that, the lake trio that we freed start teleporting in, starting with Yuxi. And then Miss Sprite. And finally, Azelf. And they begin circling around Palkia. And they stop. And they break the red chain and the galaxy disappears. And Palkia is freed, it would seem. And the lake trio disappear. And the lights that they're colored like. And our character makes a shocked expression. Which is great meme potential. My sprite reappears in front of us. And it disappears. Don't know why it did that, but... Anyways, Cyrus says, the red chain. It crumbled away to nothing. But why? Why would Miss Sprite, the Pokemon of Lake Verity, appear by your side? But never mind that. It's all destroyed. My galaxy is gone. I won't allow this. I'll capture those three again and craft another red chain. But before I even think about that, I'm going to completely crush you. And he just approaches us angrily. And battles us. And for the second time, we battle Cyrus. And he doesn't look too thrilled. His first Pokemon is a Haunch Crow. And we're leading with our Gabite, so we're going to switch, I think, to our, we're going to switch to our Electivire. What level are Cyrus's Pokemon, actually? Because, except for our Gabite, every other one of our Pokemon is about 10 levels higher than everyone else. Honchkrow used Defog. Okay. I think our evasiveness falls. Yeah, that's fine. And he's about 9 levels below us, so Thunderbolt should be fast enough to go ahead and kill this guy. There goes Honchkrow. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And just like Honchkrow, our Electivire uses Thunderbolt and one-hit KOs the Gyarados even through its berry. And with the Hammer Arm, Weavile almost dies, but he manages to survive because of his berry. I think we can end this on our next turn. We'll go ahead and use... Oh, our Magnet got stolen. Oh no. Let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt. Cyrus used a full restore. Probably should have used Hammer Arm again, but it's okay. Here goes our Thunderbolt. This should hopefully kill this Weavile this time. Not quite. Okay, let's go ahead and use another Thunderbolt. Weavile used Dig, so we are going to switch then to a Pokemon that's a little bit stronger against this. Let's go ahead and switch to our... we're going to switch to Honchkrow because he completely avoids the Dig damage. Okay, go for it, Honchkrow. And Honchkrow ends it with a wing attack. And our Empoleon ends it with a simple Ice Beam, knocking out Cyrus's Crobat. And just like that, we defeated Cyrus, and he says, "I won't accept this. The power spoken of in mythology. I didn't just make it obey me, I made it my own." We got some money for winning. What is truly the ultimate to you? What do you consider perfection? The most beautiful thing, the joy that shines the brightest. Telling you is meaningless, but I will not give up. I will become a deity one day, and I will make the ultimate mine. Alright, and with that, everybody leaves, and leaving just us and Palkia. Oh, here comes Dawn and Rowan. Palkia, the master of space and the dimensions. It's impossible to tell if it is enraged or saddened. But to me, Palkia appears to be waiting for you, Unraveled. It seems to be challenging you, as a test. Go, Unraveled. Face up to Palkia. Listen to its heart. Understand its thoughts. Palkia is out of control after being dragged out by the red chain and forced to use its power. Palkia seems to be trusting you to stop it. Okay, Professor. Unraveled. I ran into Barry a little while ago. He said that he believed in you. He said that you could get the job done. I feel the same way. Please help that Pokemon. It's suffering from being dragged out by Team Galactic. Okay, first of all, we are going to save. I don't know how close we can get to Palkia before triggering the battle. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to transfer our Electivire to the front of our team. And let's go up to close to Palkia. I want to immediately paralyze Palkia. But here we go. Let's go ahead and start trying to catch this guy. We get a nice little cinematic of him. And we can see, I guess that's everything being pulled into space there in the top corner. Okay. We are higher level than Palkia, so let's just go ahead and use a Thunder Wave first of all. Dragon resists electricity, so electric will be neutral to Palkia, so I might use one Thunderbolt and see if that does anything, and worst case scenario, I have to reset. Let's go ahead and use Thunderbolt. Let's see how much damage this does. Does a little under half, unless that was a low roll. Okay, we are going to go ahead and use one more Thunderbolt and just hope we get lucky that it doesn't kill. And it did not kill. And so far, we have not been hit by Palkia even once. We're not going to be using our Net Ball. I think I'm going to use either a Heal Ball or Premier Ball. Okay, I decided I'm going to try to use the Heal Balls first. I'm using Heal Balls because they match, kind of match the colors of Palkia. So I'm hoping I get lucky here with one of these, and if I don't, I'll switch to Ultra Balls, but I think catching Palkia in either a Heal Ball... I did not mean to do that. Let me reset. Okay, and we're back. This time I'm going to click battle, and I'm going to make sure I position my cursor over protect so I don't accidentally kill this thing. Anyways, I'm going to keep chucking these balls at it until I catch it. I'll be back once I do. Well, I finally managed to catch Palkia. He was very difficult to catch because I didn't realize it at first, but he had Aqua Ring. So he kept healing up his damage that he took. So I had to bring out Empoleon and burn him instead of paralyzing him so that it would cancel out the damage he was healing. But anyways, continuing on. Unraveled. I don't know how you were magnificent. Truly, you were incredible. I've lived for 60 years, but I've never been thrilled like this. Since the last time, the professor did a lot of research. He became very concerned about you, Unraveled, so he came out to a place as treacherous as this. Unraveled, I'm glad you're safe. Let's go home. And so we walk out with Dawn, and Rowan says, no one has the right to take away anyone's future or anyone's world. That's very ominous. Anyways, after you catch the legendary, I highly recommend you run all the way back up here. There's an item back here that corresponds to whichever legendary you caught. So for instance, I found the lustrous orb, so I can put it in my pocket and add it to our legendary later. But anyways, we just caught Palkia, so that's where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Peace.